the enormous pleasure of working with 9 health professionals who'd experienced family violence. We spent a weekend at Framework, which is at MacKillop, and developed digital stories that were, we spent a whole 2 days over a weekend, and we're going to show you one of the stories. And the reason I've popped up again is to acknowledge that there will be survivors in the audience, and obviously this story, as we got taught, a story has to have a bit of emotion in, has to have some messaging, and hopefully has some hope. And it's part of a collaboration between the University of Melbourne and the SHRIV team, and the Centre for Family Violence Prevention at the Women's. And they're very powerful stories, but they will also make us all feel emotional. And just remember that there is assistance here, but also 1-800-RESPECT if you need to phone someone who's more anonymous. So if I could have the video, and as it's coming up, I'd really like to acknowledge Laura Tarzia and Kitty Novi from my team who were involved with organising this.
I had dreams of love and safety. I had hope and joy. I was expectant and excited. The sun always shone. That is until the storm hits and keeps hitting until those dreams and the sun are no more. With each storm, the light gets darker, shoved, spat at, pushed to the floor too many times to count. It's on the floor I wish I could just sink deep into the earth. The storms rage and the kids start to see holes in walls and bloodthirsty eyes. The storm is ever so big. It's never going to stop. My body is broken and people begin to see bruises. Questions come, but my grand stories of sunshine and joy cover the rain, and no one stops to ask again. Thunder hits with his deathly grip around my throat. The storm has me, and I pray for God to just let me die. I thought I was crazy to want to be swept away in the storm. I saw a doctor. I sit down embarrassed and ask for a mental health plan. To understand this storm, the doctor reaches out and touches my knee. She says, "This is assault. This is domestic violence." The light creeps in, and I wonder if I'm not crazy after all. I am awake, and with professionals, I escape the storm and walk into the light. I return to work. I sit at my desk and I cannot think. I learn of domestic violence leave, employee assistance, and I'm offered my own office until I can gather my thoughts. I see patients. I'm not functioning at my best. I'm just trying to live again. Sitting with a carer, she reveals to me her father is abusive. Her fear is evident. My heart races. I know that fear. I watch the carer speak up, and I watch the patient stare with bloodthirsty eyes. I know this stare too well. I am hot and anxious, and panic sets in. The memories of the storms and fear come flooding back. I don't have to see this patient again, but it's the unpredictability of it all that reminds me. No matter how prepared I am, glimpses of the storm can strike back at any minute. Time is a healer. Knowledge is a healer. Self-care is a healer. These all help keep the light shining bright.
I forgot I was supposed to formally launch the Beneath the Surface group of stories. We're going to have them available for people to use in educational training or in other venues, and we'll let you know how to access them at that time. So thank you to the women who were involved in the storytelling. Thanks.